Hey everybody, welcome to Small Talk. It is good to see you again. I know you are saying to yourself, hey, you can't see me, can you? I can't, but it's figurative, okay? So don't worry about it. But it's good to see you. You guys can see me. I'm sorry about missing last week. We're not going to get into why we missed it. It just happened. And but it's good to be back. It's good to be talking to you. The week before, if you remember, we were talking about studying your Bible, the importance of studying your Bible. This week, I want to talk about devotions, because studying your Bible and all that kind of goes right into your daily devotions. And really, like if we look at it, nowhere in the Bible does it say, do your daily devotions. It doesn't really state that. But if we kind of look at it and we read about Christ, we see that He always spent time in prayer and study with His Father. So we want to follow His example. So I'm just going to talk about how I kind of do my devotions, some of the things I like to do, some of the things other people have suggested that other people like to do. They may be things that you want to incorporate. And I've always said this, you know, the time of day that you do your devotions isn't, I don't think it's that important. You know, some people, they're morning people. They get up in the morning. They're ready to go. They do all kinds of great things in the morning, and doing their devotions first thing in the morning makes sense to them. Other people they're night owls, man. They're up till 2, 3 in the morning. I don't know how they do it. Good for them. Glad they can do it. But the best time for them could be in the evening. But I'm sitting here at this table. You're probably thinking to yourself, well, why are you at the table? You know, you're not in a Sunday school room. You're not in the church. What's up with where you're at? Well, this is where I like to do my devotions. I either like to do them here or I like to do them on the couch right over there. And sometimes I'll do them on the couch over there just to appease the dogs more or less so they're not barking at me. They're not barking at me right now, which is pretty cool, but that's probably because they're distracted. Some of the things I like to do. To start my devotions, I like to start with some music, some worship music a lot. So I pull out the old tablet here and put on some music, listen to it, just kind of help me get focused. I like to have my coffee with me to kind of keep me awake. And I just like drinking coffee. Some people do it differently. Some people just like to get right into it and start reading. Sometimes I pray before I read. Sometimes I pray after I read. Sometimes I do write my prayers down. And sometimes I don't. I go in phases. I don't always. Here's the cool thing about people that can journal. Like later on in life, somebody in their family can go back and kind of read their journal after they've passed away. Or they can go back and read it and see where God has answered things, or they see things differently. And it's really neat. You can't do that with my handwriting because I can't even read it. But my grandma, I've had the privilege of just going through her Bibles. And this is kind of neat. She has like all kinds of just notes written all over. Some of them are just things that happen in the family. Some of them are, like if you start flipping through it, she'll have things highlighted that she thought was important. She apparently loved the book of Hebrews. She's got lots of notes in there. She has notes from where somebody did a sermon on that, and it's kind of neat to go through and just look at and see the different things that she wrote down, and just that. Yeah, you just heard one of my dogs. That's okay. They're barking at a car going by. This is the Bible I like to use for my devotions. It's not the same Bible that I actually use when I preach from. It's a different Bible. In fact, I use a completely different, this is the same translation. For some reason I was thinking it was in NIV. But this is the one I like to use. I have lots of highlights and things underlined, so someday somebody can go through and see that. They won't read notes in it or anything because you can't read my handwriting, even if I did keep notes in it. But this is kind of the neat thing about all Bibles, even like just simple Bibles. I tell people, if you read something or you say, you know what, I want to do a study on the word love, I want to see where it's mentioned in the Bible. Most Bibles have what is called a concordance or dictionary in the back that you can go to. Look it up. Maybe you just see a word, you're not sure what it means. You can go to the back of your Bible, read it, see it. It's great. You don't need to have anything expensive for a journal. You know, if you want a journal, all you really need is a binder like this. You can go buy yourself a fancy leather binder if you want. You know, if you want to, but I do that because I'm cheap and don't like to spend money. But, like I said, sometimes I jot notes down. Sometimes I get sermon ideas when I'm reading through certain books and I start just jotting down my sermon ideas. But here's the other thing. You don't have to do devotions in your house. You don't have to do them at a table or at a desk. You may say, you know what, I really like nature. I love nature. Nature's great. I love to go out and see God's creation. You could, you know, pack away your notebook, your iPod, and iPhone, whatever. Go out hiking into the woods, find a quiet spot, sit there and, you know, listen to some worship music and read and just take in the creation of God. You could go to a beach if you live by the beach. You could go virtually anywhere. You don't have to do devotions in one certain spot. You don't have to go and make yourself a closet and create a prayer closet. You don't have to. You can. That is awesome if that's what you want to do. You say, you know, I want to make a prayer closet that's completely closed off to the world, and I have stuff all over it, prayer requests, prayers that God's answered, and I think that's the way to go, and that's fine. A few other things I like to do in my devotions. I always like to have like another book that I'm kind of glancing through. Right now I've decided to go back through, I mentioned this last week, a book on the martyrs. I'm just kind of rereading some of those, looking at those, studying them, seeing, you know, what people have gone through in recent history and past history. It helps me to appreciate what God has given to me. And I think I mentioned Operation World last time, so I'm not going to mention that again. Hey, you guys have any other ideas? You know, you want to tell me how you do your devotions? You put them right down in the comments. We'll take a look at them. Maybe you have a prayer request, put it down there. We'll pray about it. If you like what you see, you like Small Talk, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. That way you'll get the updates. We're going to try to every Wednesday morning have it updated for you and have a new one. That way you guys can keep an eye on it. Look, you guys have a good week. If you don't have a local church that you go to, find a local church to go to. It's important to get involved in the community. We love you. We'll talk to you later. Bye.